And welcome to another edition of the John Wayne Search Protector Podcast, a 60/40 production. My name's Eric Halsey.
As always, I'm Alex Midway. Welcome.
Yeah, how you doing over there today?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm just gonna focus on the positives. I'm not looking at the negatives here. There's way too many of them. So my first positive is to actually say thank you to everybody whose name isn't us. And actually downloaded it because there's a lot of heavy lifting on us for a while. And so thank you to all the new followers. Tell your friends. We can all laugh and cry together.
Yeah, we appreciate every one of you. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave comments, and put questions in there too. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Fan mail, hate mail, we love it all. We love all the mails.
Now, does that end the positives we found so far?
Yeah, we're pretty much done on that one. We're punching out and moving on to the real stuff.
All right, well then let's dock this misery train right into the depot. What do we got next?
So let's talk about the tax bill. So our boys out there, we got to pay for something. And one of the many things that was coming out is we're doing away with taxes on overtime. We're doing away with taxes on tips. We're taking care of the common man, and we're cutting down the national debt.
I like it. Sounds super conservative.
That is definitely the conservative ideals. Fiscal responsibility. It's what they ran on. And can you imagine whether that happened or not? Do you have any guesses?
Well, I mean, they control everything, so they should be able to push through this very conservative agenda of theirs.
The conservative agenda now is to protect the billionaires. We have to take care of our ruling class. And if you work in a restaurant, you go F off.
So we still paying taxes on tips and overtime and all that good stuff?
Yeah, despite what you may have seen from a lot of the right-wing influencers who are like, Democrats voted against all this. Like, no. What the Democrats voted against was raising the debt limit by $4 trillion. It's currently at $36 trillion. Now we're going to $40 trillion. We're also going to be adding a whole lot more debt over the next 20 years. But on the bright side, we have cut a little bit of funding. So we're moving in the right direction. But if your grandma has Medicare, she's going to be the one that's affected by it. But she already survived COVID, so she's had a good run.
How many people do you think are on Medicare?
I don't know. Not too many. And it's way too many right now. We need to cut those numbers down.
Yeah, so 67 million people on Medicare.
Well, here comes a Doge chainsaw, baby. If the measles don't get them first, we'll cut their Medicare.
Yeah, hold on. Got bird flu on the line. This is okay. So we're gonna cut.
Got woke disease.
Jeez, 67 million people now going to uninsured.
I mean, we can keep one or two of them around. We need somebody Werber's original candy.
Unbelievable. Well, I mean, okay, so we're in unsurmountable debt, and we are destroying Medicare. That's probably the least. Nothing else could have gone bad after something like that, right?
Well, on the bright side, it's now that we finally got rid of those shills in the FBI, the DOJ, and everything else, we finally have some real things coming out, the Epstein documents. And the Epstein documents, well, there's definitely some bombshells in them, in the fact that there was absolutely nothing new. And depending on where you are, you may have gotten a little different copy of it.
I don't think that's true. I mean, they said it's thousands and thousands of pages long. I mean, there's got to be some sort of new information on there.
Let's just say they changed out the black ink cartridge more than once, because a lot of that stuff was essentially just straight up redacted.
It's pretty wasteful for only releasing 200 pages of the thousands and thousands of them, though.
Well, apparently, even though the DOJ, the FBI, and everything else is now ran by Trump's cronies, there's still some elements of the swamp. Like, I don't know, man. Are they all incompetent, or is it just a super secret and very functional cabal? Like, it can't be both.
Maybe it's a cabal of morons.
I mean, like, like Biden's apparently an idiot, but he's able to manage all these things to slow down Trump. Like even now, he's crashing the Dow. Like he's not even president anymore, and he's still able to hold off Trump's major achievements. Like, is he a bumbling idiot or is he just a mad scientist? Which one, man?
That damn Biden crime family ruining ruining the Dow.
Yeah, Hunter and his D-pics being shown in Congress on the floor. But yeah, but Zelensky's not wearing a suit. More on that one later.
All right. Well, the Epstein docs have had a little bit of blowback, though, from some pretty staunch supporters.
Yeah. If you ever thought you would be like, you know what, Laura Loomer, that chick's making sense to me. Like, that was not on my bingo board, and apparently that happened.
You know, we're not ones here to shame other people, and when it comes to their looks, it's kind of lowbrow, and frankly, that's not that nice. But that rubber-faced ghoul is so hard to look at. It's disturbing. It looks like what an alien would think people like humans look like.
That girl is still a 10 compared to Marjorie Taylor Greene's three-toed ass.
But yes, Laura Loomer, who's always been super unbiased and right down the middle. She had some questions about it, and she came fairly hard at him. Also, another staunch supporter, Dave Portnoy, came through and tweeted out, this I thought was actually pretty good, which, you know, Barstool, you get a 50-50. Diamond Dave came out with, I'm going to be fair with these questions need to be asked today. Why is the release of the Epstein list such a big show? What's the point of booting out illegal criminals while somehow becoming a safe haven for the Tate brothers? Why is crypto in the toilet if Trump is crypto king? And how far does Tesla stock have to crash before Elon goes back to work?
I'm pretty sure Elon coming back to work is not going to solve the Tesla issues. I think he might be kind of contributing to it.
So even some of the biggest supporters now are really starting to go, huh?
I mean, you have to at a certain point. Like, none of this makes any sense. Like, none of the stuff they campaigned on, like, it's not about helping the common person. Like, if you're not drinking a Kool-Aid daily, you're going to start waking up and be like, what the F is going on? Like, where am
I? I just don't get it. And while I appreciate asking these questions, all this like pushback and like, but explain why this is happening really could have been done in 2016. I feel like there was enough evidence there. But, you know, what do we know?
Well, we're not making a cup of Billy. We're not donating to the funds there. So we're not the decision makers. I mean, we have a whole thing going for us that we're still men. So it's kind of, it's definitely, let's help it out in this country currently with the administration. But we're not rich men.
Well, it definitely makes you feel less important.
Yeah, well, do what J.D. Vance does and put on some makeup and feel good about yourself. Maybe he's born with it.
Oh, yeah. Has old eyeliner been up to anything recently?
Oh, we got to get into eyeliner real quick. But first, we got to talk about this sweet promotional video. And we're a little late on this one, but you can't have an episode without doing Trump Gaza. Like, the song was catchy. It was a banger. And it looked like whoever made that just took a big old bag of mushrooms like the scene from Super Troopers. They're getting pulled over. And he's like, you got to eat all these. Just crunched it up and then started talking to ChatGPT about a promo vid.
It's wild. And conspiracy theory, I don't think, even though he tweeted it out afterwards, I don't think Trump had any part of this Trump Gaza #1 video. For numerous reasons. Old Mr. 6'3", 215 is pictured shirtless, poolside, sipping on what looks like a beer. And as we know, not only does he not drink, untrustworthy, He is definitely not looking 215 in this topless video.
He's one of a few people who doesn't drink and yet still tweets crazy S at 3 o'clock in the morning. You would think that's a dude who's just on a perpetual bender. Just typing all caps, con Fifi at 3:50, like, nah, sober as a judge, just high in McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Yeah, if you look, all this stuff's at like 2:33 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's freebase territory, buddy.
That's not a sane man drinking a Coca-Cola. Like, there's a Coca in there, but there's no cola at the back end of it. Like, nothing good happens past 2 a.m., I believe is a song.
Yeah, it's no bueno. Another fun, interesting fact about this video, aside from the big, giant, golden Donald Trump floating head that looks like Zordon from Power Rangers, there's also at, I believe, a 15-second mark, there are two gorgeous women, beautiful bodies, belly dancer outfits, just slowly shaking out on the beach. And then they both turn their head and the wind hits just right to reveal they both have very well manicured beards. So you know what? Kudos to them. Very, very progressive.
Trump Gaza is still healing, all right? They haven't got the razor supply in. They've just been getting the shipments of condoms by USAID, but no razors yet. So the ladies are looking a little bit rough, a little 5 o'clock shadow for the past 3 days, so to speak.
Honest to God, this could be the Tate brothers in drag. And they're spelt. Got to give them that.
I thought Mexico was sending the rapists. Why are we bringing them in ourselves? Do we have a shortage of them?
Yeah, there's so many things are wrong.
Oh, sorry, for all legal purposes, accused.
Allegedly.
Yeah. That's who we're freeing. Then we have a whole thing where we get angry about Brittany Griner coming back. Like, why are we doing this? Like, well, she's not a rapist. She was a U.S. citizen, and Biden brought her back, and there was an outrage. Andrew Tate and his brother roll back. Like, no, that seems par for the course. Let's do it.
Well, in their defense, Brittany Griner was in the WNBA when they weren't making Caitlin Clark money, so
yeah,
one of the pores.
That was clearly the issue. There's nothing else of Brittany Griner that may have set off Trump and his base.
Nope, not at all. The other thing I have to mention about this video, the other thing we got to mention, Elon is featured at least 4 times, every time eating, weirdly, by the way, but looks like a bajillion dollars. Just he has a little bit more hair than he does in real life. His chin's a little bit better constructed than his currently surgically repaired chin. Looks like a supermodel, and definitely more fit.
10 gets you 20. He has his own workout routine that involves a chainsaw. Instead of kettlebells, the dude just starts pitching these chainsaws, and you're out there doing lunges. You're doing pretty much dips. It is something with a giant Elon chainsaw. That is going to be the next monetization of things in the government. Because,
absolutely not. Back when Zuckerberg had a pair swinging, you remember a couple of years ago, Musk said something about wanting to fight Zuckerberg, and he was like, let's do this right now. We'll do this right now.
Zuck actually goes out there and he trains. He went with a couple MMA guys.
Yeah, big jiu-jitsu guy, big surfer. He was doing what billionaires should do. Just back away and enjoy the life that all of us wish we could have.
Like, people think you're a robot, but they think you're a robot while you're on your own private freaking island. Like, I don't care what anyone thinks about me if I have my own island. Like, cool, I'm just turning off Twitter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But I guess just flipping through the pages of Facebook, you must have saw a nice big black shiny pair of boots and went, that would be cool. I just deep-throated that.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear Musk now wants to go to debate
Stewart?
Yeah. Stewart would murder him.
From what last I saw of that was Musk did have a couple of prerequisites that had to be in place before he was willing to do it. Like most conservatives,
Just
Excuse me, they said we weren't fact checking today.
the other guy's not allowed to ask questions, and it's just him talking.
Yeah,
It's like,
I need to know all of your questions, and you can't ask the ones I don't want you to. Like a real masculine conversation.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Like, oh, wait, we promised no fact checking. I cannot believe that was an actual wording from a vice presidential debate.
You voted for a raccoon, you got one. Those little garbage monsters just can't tell them anything.
Yeah. Well, speaking of JD Vance and everything that's going on, I think the next biggest thing is the things going on with Ukraine. First of all, we went ahead and voted against the UN resolution condemning Russia's invasion, and we're standing up with people like North Korea and Russia. So if you want to know which table at the cafeteria you're sitting at that one.
We're the Axis powers, man. This is...
We just passed the whole thing like we're going to stop doing anything electronic warfare against Russia. They don't have to stop it against us, but we're stopping it against them because we got to negotiate. Whereas Canada has a higher GDP than Russia. Europe has a higher GDP than Russia. Well, it's a giant country, but we're trying to piece to the guy who's clearly at his lowest right now, and we just want to be friends with him because he called Trump a genius a couple times. The bar's set kind of low.
I don't understand it. The only way this makes sense is if, Russia's just got him in his pocket. They're just paying him. There's no other explanation I can come up with where a feasible argument for it.
What if it's Putin was the first one to actually write him a thank you card? After the first meeting they had, he's like, "Dear Donald, I really like meeting. Thank you." And he's like, "You know what? No one's actually ever said thank you." And ever since then, they've just been BFFing.
I think it's a money issue, but you know what? It's all allegedly. We're just two dumb guys on a podcast. We don't have any inside information on this.
I mean, there's two dumb guys on the podcast and almost all branches of government in charge of it now. So, sky's the limit.
Yeah, they're doing a great job. But they hosted Zelensky, and it went off the rails pretty quickly.
Marco Rubio looks like he just attended the wrong party. That dude is just sitting there trying to melt into that couch.
Oh, it was... And when Mark Rubio is the one showing humility and shame, this is your fault. We're in the wrong here.
Yeah. That unbreakable moral spine of Marco Rubio. I mean, JD Vance is out there jumping around like a dummy. Why don't you negotiate with a guy? They have. This ain't the first time. They negotiated with, got invaded. Gave away their nuclear weapons, got invaded. What more do you want? No. For real this time, though.
And then as things got heated, JD stepped in as the voice of reason. And I understand he's invaded. Everybody agrees this is his fault. We all watch this in real time. But then decides, instead of going maybe we should calm it down, he just jumps in and he's like, "Have you even said thank you?"
He never wrote that thank you card. I mean, he didn't come in. The guy walked in on his own 2 feet instead of crawling in there and kissing the boot. I mean, back in the golden ages and how we're going to be going forward, if you're not crawling in to meet Trump, you don't have his attention. Unless you're a North Korean dictator or you run Russia.
I don't know about you, but they have this war where they're we need to be masculine again. If some weirdo with eyeliner just started screaming about, "I haven't said thank you enough," after saying thank you hundreds of times in front of Congress, in front of cameras, I don't know, man. Better man than me.
Zelensky's out there thinking, what is that housewife doing yelling at me?
Yes, exactly. And then they gave him all that grief about, why aren't you wearing a suit?
Yeah, and now is MTG's boyfriend, who's now apparently a reporter. And, like, I want to see that kind of energy, like, you're disrespecting the office. Like, you had the world's richest man show up in jeans and a hat, and the guy can't even get a babysitter, brought his kid into the office and pretty much stood over the president, and the kid's out there yelling at Trump, be like, you don't belong here, you need to leave. Like, now that's cool. But Zelensky showed up in a sweater. Like, that's where the outrage is.
I do like how he said, we'll end this war and I'll put on one of your costume suits.
What do you want?
JD, also an obscenely long tie now.
They both had the long ties. They're straight down to the sack down below, man.
You ever feel like JD's kind of like Eric Trump, where he's like, I just want him to love me. I'm going to dress like you.
One of the other memes I saw a while back, it had a picture of JD with a stupid, questionable face, huh? And it says, like, JD Vance is starting to suspect there may be another group chat that he's not on. Guy just wants to be at the party, and they're like, yeah, dude, just shut up. Like, you know why you got the job. Because the last guy, we try to kill him.
Because Mike Pence decided he needed to be the voice of reason.
Yeah. Like, I'm all about, like, a lot of the stuff we're doing here, but, like, you guys are literally trying to overthrow the government. Like, I think that's the line for me. It's like, and I also have to talk to my pastor and my legal advice before I put that line in the sand. But in the end, he did, so I'll give Mike Pence credit there.
You know, when a guy who wants to base all of our laws on a book supposedly written thousands and thousands of years ago by someone who may or may not have existed, it has to be the one to be like, no, guys, this is far-fetched now. We can't do this anymore.
Like, it's such outrage for Sharia law, but they're like, nah, man, we're doing everything from Leviticus.
Yeah.
Like, buddy, they're both a little bit nutty out there. Like, the stuff they weren't written in modern times.
No.
Like, most Christian ideals now are not really Christian ideals. Like, y'all trying to cut off food to kids at school, man.
Yeah.
Not
WWGP. It's all a good one where Jesus comes back and he's like, my children, we're back. And it's just a MAGA hat. Go home, go back to your country, socialist.
Getting deported, getting beaten for trying to give poor people food. There was a story, and I forget where it was, what state it was, but they have this one lunch lady. So she's in there and she starts taking donations to be able to afford, like, to pay for kids like lunches who can't afford it. And, like, the school is firing her. Like, straight up, like, that's exactly what Jesus would be doing. Like, nah, you didn't pay for that wine. Give me back that water.
Cinos, man. Christians in name only. Gotta love it.
He does. All right. I think that's it for Ukraine war. I do want to touch base on one thing. Some of the stuff that I've been hearing about, and it's the whole, like, Ukraine caused Russia to invade and they started this war. Like, they didn't. They're sitting there minding their own business. 2014, Russia takes Crimea. But then they're like, no, we're cool. We're good with this one now. Kind of like, you know, we're having right now where it's like, you just peace right here and we're good. And then it's sitting around, and then they get invaded again. But everyone's talking about, and some of the arguments you might hear is the whole thing. The UN was trying to expand over all that land. Russia couldn't do it. UN was going to set up all kinds of missile sites, and that's why Putin had to go in there. Let's be very real about this one. First of all, Putin just wanted Ukraine. If you take a look at all the other countries that have since joined the UN, they share a much larger border than Ukraine. They also weren't going to put any stupid missiles on there. The only exercise that they were having on the western side of Ukraine, it wasn't close to the border. And during negotiations, Biden was also talking with them. If they could put into a provision that the UN would not set up any sort of missile sites next to the border with Russia, would that stop Putin? And obviously, we both know how that one happened. So when people try to tell you what happened, let me explain it to you this way. And you tell me who's in the wrong here. So I'm going to be Ukraine, and you're going to be Russia. So I'm over here sitting, and I'm having a barbecue. And I'm having a barbecue, and you start yelling at me, telling me that you're going to beat my rear end. So I, in turn, go, hey, man, that's not cool. And I say that I'm going to call the cops. At which point you come into my house and start really just whapping on my face and just making it black and blue. At that point, do we say that you started the argument, or did I incite you to come over and beat my face in?
I think you were clearly the aggressor, and I was just protecting my own land on your property.
Like, hey, man, can we just get a little bit of protection? And he's like, I'll whoop your rear end. Like, well, clearly I had this coming.
You know what's the funniest thing to me? All these people, all these conservatives, right? All these gun nuts, all these alphas, right? If I came over and put 1 foot on their yard, they will, right off the bat, their first argument is, he's on my property, he's trespassing, right? But then you do it in a bigger spectrum, like, say it's Russia putting their foot on Ukraine's land. They're like, no, this is Ukraine's fault. Like, it can never be Putin. It's the backwardsness of all of these arguments is astounding to me.
Yeah, the amount of Reagan Republicans, it shrinks down quite a bit when it's Russia invading things nowadays. And that's sad.
I mean, even with Reagan and the whole trickle-down lie, like, if you could get past that, you're like, all right, well, I guess he's just a regular president then at this point. But this is just like, no. Like, you're making us the Axis powers, man. This is we're joining Mussolini. It's brutal, dude. Like, I have no idea what to do. I get why everybody hates us.
I mean, just make a podcast, I guess.
And you've known me forever. Anytime this has ever come up, been like, no, it's because they're jealous, because we're the best. Now I'm just like, you may have been right this whole time, dude.
America, F yeah. Gonna be friends with Russia now. How?
Can't believe we're having a worldwide argument, and we're joining the side that only has Russia and North Korea on it. And they're like, no, guys, we're right. I'm telling you.
You're the wrong side of the USA chant once again.
Yeah, again, second time.
So, all right, we're
maybe we'll be great again soon. I don't know.
Well, that's what the hats say, at least. So we're wrapping up this episode, and we're gonna do another niche and an akya. So what do we have? That's the niche today.
So today's niche. We actually have two. Niche no more. Biden crime family, who's clearly to blame for everything. And also niche, not saying thank you enough.
Both of those are.
That's a niche.
You shouldn't be doing that. You should always write a thank you card, especially when you're just trying to keep your country alive, and just follow through on already commitments that were made. That's definitely a niche. Now, on the bright side, we got a sweet.
Yeah.
And that's got to be Justin Sun. Justin Sun is a gentleman who is from China. He likes crypto, which is blowing up right now. We'll get more into that one later on in another episode. But Justin Sun was also under investigation by the SEC back in March of 2023. And they were like, hey, man, it's you are market manipulating. But what's the best way to end an actual investigation by a government body nowadays?
Shut it all down. Shut down the SEC.
That's right. We haven't shut down the SEC yet, but if you donate a small $30 million investment to the Trump shills over around, let's see, which one was this one? The World Liberty Financial Group, because it has liberty and world in it, it's patriotic. But if you donate $30 million to that account, that investigation just magically goes away. Now, instead of paying your lawyers, you got money to buy that art banana and eat it in front of everybody. So in case you were wondering, where do I remember Justin's son from? He's the one who bought the art banana.
Ooh, do we add justice to my niche? And bribery is now at Ahya.
But it's the way to go. It's cheaper. It's more effective. You're allowed to keep more of your money, and it's the American way.
Love it.
Yeah.
We're the worst.
Yeah. So, one more thing. Let's see what we got on here. We're starting to get into the socials here. We're actually sign up for Blue Sky. So if you want to find us on there, it's jwspinfo.bsky.social. The BSKY in the social part, that's a penalty for all those accounts. I don't know. Twix has it differently. We don't have to put all those things. But on Blue Sky, you got that. But if you want to find us on there, it's jwspinfo@bluesky or bsky.social. You know what it is.
All right, and I'm guessing that's about the last of our time today.
It is for now. We're going to try to bang another one out. We apologies for not doing it on Friday. We try to do something. It was a pretty garbage people episode. We can't do that. We were in a high run, and we could not put out the product there, and it took a little bit too long to get to this point. So apologies on that. We'll try not to slack in the future.
Yeah, we didn't want to Boeing this one, so we decided to re-record for a little bit of quality.
We got to get a couple of rivets on the doors before we go airborne.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly.
All right, guys. This has been another episode of the JWSP podcast. I'm Eric Halsey.
I'm Alex Winway, and as always,
Daddy, chill.
Later, Gators.